Morning, 7:21 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Thursday, July 11th. Let's take a look at Litecoin. Wow, we had a dump. Let's see what this compares to. Oh, we had a big dump here and it went back up. We have a big dump here. And according to some people, it's the end of the world as we know it. It's a big ethic scam. Sell off what I've been hearing. Oh, it's going down to $80, $90. That it gets to the point where you're listening to all of this stuff, the constant replies to every video you put on. Their expression is like you go to their channel and all your videos are on there. And if the market goes down, since they follow you on a channel, it's somehow your fault. Now I understand why some of these subscribers, after being on YouTube after a while, you got some nutters out here. Let me tell you, you really do. Now, on the front of the people that called me, I received a text message. I did manage to speak to them again later in the evening yesterday, and I agreed to be an expert witness. We came down to terms. So I ain't gonna go any further than that. Coinbase, I don't know what they're doing. I experienced some anomalies. I can prove those anomalies. They answered an inquiry about those anomalies. I'm able to prove that Coinbase is not 100% factual about the anomalies that are falling in their trade book. What they stated about, we found out who is making the trades. It's the market maker. They told us how he was putting up the trades. He had no intent, and the way he was putting up the trades proves he had no intention of manipulating the market. Yet when you check the information that was provided on the letter, none of it agrees with what's actually going on in their books. So this is not going to turn out well for Coinbase. So I agreed to, if they go into court, they're going to call me up and I'm going to just have my suit and tie on. Either I'm going to run a video or I'm just going to show the jury what actually is the answer that they gave to NYFTS, and basically take it apart like I've taken apart in the video. So it's all simple for me. I'm available as an expert witness to any investors that feel that there's something wrong. I can actually show and prove there's something wrong based on the contradictory evidence that Coinbase itself provided. The statement that Coinbase made, I can actually contradict that and prove that they are in fact have the market maker manipulating the market, and he's doing it because he makes a higher profit off his liquidity capital if he manipulates the market into place. It's all there. I have it all. It's just normal run-of-the-mill node quantities in NASDAQ and all these other trading platforms. So that's pretty much a dead issue. I cannot, as I'm now going to be a witness, I will have to restrain from making any further comments. Okay? There's obviously manipulation in the books. It's there. There's no further arguments needed. My next arguments will be inside the courtroom. Alright, let's take a look over here. Okay, we're extremely oversold. Okay, we went up and we bounced, and our next bounce is higher than the last low on the RSI. So it appears we're going to start making some headway up. Now, if you can observe, if you're paying attention, if you want to see the future, you have to go back to the past. The immediate past of this market. not some market years ago. That I learned from other gentlemen who were kind enough to teach me on their channel. Now let's take a look. We had this big downturn, right? Here we had this big downturn, unusually dropped the RSI below 30. RSI, Relative Strength Index. I have to say that. Relative Strength Index. You see anything above 70 is overbought. Anything below the 30 is oversold. So now we're in an oversold market based on the volume. Are we clearly understanding that? I'll say it's slow. A lot of people are going out there and they're taking everybody's technical analysis and then their opinion and taking it as fact. I go and look at other technical analysis, but then I'm doing what you're supposed to be doing. You have to come in and check it and understand what these figures are for. So now you can see it. We're in oversold position. We got a little bounce. You see, we got a little bounce, but instead of going down, we actually went up. So that's called a bullish divergence on the RSI. What's a bullish divergence? A bullish divergence means we're gonna. It looks good to continue a trend of being bullish. How far are we gonna be bullish? Well, I'm gonna go back to the past, talking a nice, calm mannerism, slow, not to excite anybody. We had the same effect here. You see it? They even did us the grace of giving us this long wick again. You see here? I don't know why, but it looks like one of these traders is using this wick as a signal or maybe something. I don't know. That's just my opinion. That's something I just have on the side train of thought. Now we went down here. We seen a lot of nice long red wicks on the bottom of the red candlesticks. That's what we got here. Now we're starting to see a spot of green. Okay. Now we see the RSI starting to turn back up. What happens if now, this is another observation I made. You notice this is a straight down. This is manipulated, okay? This is coming from very few sources. That's how I can tell this RSI has been manipulated. Now, if you notice, the RSI always has a bump, then it goes up. Let's go look for another one. It goes down, it has a bump, then it goes back up. Let's go for another one. RSI, it goes down, it has a bump, then goes back up. Let's keep looking. It goes down, it has a bump, and it goes back up. It goes down, it goes up, it has a bump, and goes back up. You see, you have to train yourself to realize the patterns. They might not be at the same prices, they might not be at the same levels, but you got to remember, people are creatures of habits. They do the same things over and over. Okay? Now we're at 102.50 all of a sudden. You see? We completed it. The basic pattern. You have to pull the basic patterns out of here. What's a basic pattern? Okay, I'll give you a basic pattern that everybody will recognize. What happens when we go to the oversold condition? We go to the overbought condition. What happened here? The price, he went down too low. In other words, it was too oversold to get to the overbought condition. In other words, more people sold out, and he didn't have enough capital. Again, this is the liquidity question again. He didn't have enough capital to bring it into an overbought position. This isn't us. We're just riding the manipulator's coattail. He didn't have enough capital to push it into the overbought section. It fell flat. You see, he fell flat. Now that he fell flat, it's like, what does he do? He's not going to make any money. Okay, he tried to bring it up once, twice, unsuccessfully. Now each of these turns to crack the market and the overbought territory to continue, The algorithm failed. So what does he have to do? He has to do an RSI reset, which means he has to plunge the price down, get the RSI below the 30, and basically reset the coin to start again. Now, if you can understand that, instead of running around saying, looking at all these gloom and doomers, you know something? These gloom and doomers, if you watch them, I swear they're at the service of these people to get the coin from you. They either want to get the coin from you cheap, or they want to get your money at the top. You understand? In other words, we want to sell you something over here, which means I get the top buck for every coin from you, or I'm getting you to sell down here, and I'm getting bargain basement prices on your coin. Saying that it's going down to 80 to 90%, you must realize you might possibly be misled on purpose. And in this game, I'm going to show you this again. This is the Wall Street cheat sheet. You see this here? This is all they're using on you. These trades, that's all they're using on you. Okay? When you feel good about the price, you know what that means? Sell the shit. When you feel bad to where the price is, that means you better get ready to buy something. These guys are using it against you. This comes from Wall Street itself. They know you. Look at this. They even look simplified market cycle. They got you simplified. They got you like a bull by the nose. Look, anger, disbelief, hope, optimism, belief, thrill, euphoria, complacency, anxiety, denial, panic. The guy that's on my right now, he says he's angry. This is where he's at. They got him on the chart. But he doesn't realize what I'm trying to tell him. He's angry now. He told me yesterday he was angry. I had to block him. Now I know what you guys, when you talk on Discord, you had to kick some people off your Discord channel. Oh my God, these people are nutters. They're nutters. They don't understand this at all. So he's here. He even told me he's mad. He has his channel consists of my videos on it. I don't mind if he takes them, but now he seems like, since he's giving me some kind of devotion or following, it's a little weird that he's gonna blame everything on me, or be mad, or be disrespectful for me. No, I blocked his ass. I said I told him in some of my videos there was a cup and handle in here, but it can go either way. So now let's see what's gonna go. So far we already gained. Let's see, we went down to what? 95. We already gained back $7, and now we got a 4-hour green candlestick. Well, not a green, a green candlestick with a wick. We go over here to the 1 hour. You're starting to see more green. Sure, what I'm seeing is the truth. You use all your tools in your little bag of tricks. You got to have a little bag of tricks to call this market. Now, when I seen that cup and handle yesterday, I sold everything I had, because it looked like to me, I thought it was going to go up. When I second looked at it again, and I seen an inverse cup, I seen it going down. And when I looked at it again, I said, usually when it's going sideways, took out all the emotion, what does it happen? It goes down. I sold yesterday 121. I bought back in at 100. I wish I would have paid a little more attention. I could have gotten a little cheaper. Okay? But people aren't listening to you. This is what happens. Especially when I started to see it's curving When you see curves like this, you see these curves, you can just smell it's like market manipulation. I never liked these curves like this. Never liked them. They're like forerunners that there's something waiting for you around the corner that you don't want. So now we're going back up. Now let's see if the get back and over. We're heading back to overbought territory, people. It's just an RSI reset. I don't approve that. Obviously, Litecoin was being held down because everybody's interest was focused on Bitcoin. Now that Bitcoin took a flop, people are going to start paying attention to the alts. Let's take a look at what's happened to Bitcoin, because whatever happens to Bitcoin reflects this market. We are going to go back up. Okay? You see? But probably by the end of today, and another thing I have to explain to the new. Now, I keep telling you, go to this guy, he'll help you out. Don't only use me as a source to teach you stuff. I guess people relate to me because I'm explaining it in layman's terms. But if you go back and you see this, what's going on now? You go back and you look at the last downturn. You see? That's all you have to do is look at it. It says, what's in our future? Well, what happened when it just went down there last time? Now we're above 103. You see? Now we're going to break this, and we're probably going to end up somewhere like this, because he did the RSI reset. This was just a failure to follow through right here. You see? This is a failure to follow through. That's all that is. So people, stop being angry to people who are trying to help you. I could just say it bluntly. We're not going to be 100% correct. Nobody is in this game. And if anybody's telling you they're 100% correct on every choice or every move they tell you to make, they're lying to you. Or they're getting ready, then I also hear these other people on here, well, the stuff that other guys are giving you are free. Oh, well, you don't know what's going on with, you listen to them. Well, you guys don't know what's going on with the market. You possibly lost money. Everybody lost money. But hey, if you subscribed to me, I would have told you that you weren't going to lose any money. That's what they tell you. You subscribe to me, and the market isn't going to go down. You're going to be okay. Subscribe to me. I'm not asking for no money, and neither are the better traders in here. If they start asking you for money, why did they need money if they're such good traders? So be aware of this, people. There's a lot of funny stuff going on. So now you see the bounce. You can see it here in the RSI. We bounced, right? We're crossing, just like here. Don't think it's going to go straight up. I'm going to tell you again. It pisses me off. They think it's going to go straight up. There's only going to be green. There's not going to be any red. That's another thing that these noobs think. I don't know what to tell you guys. So have patience. And again, do not use my technical analysis. I keep telling you guys, I'm not a financial advisor. Do not use my technical analysis. Learn from this channel to do your own. Learn what these thought. But you take each individual graph. You look at that one. Well, that one says we're going to go up. Okay, the Bollinger Bands. Well, we're that's not going to. I could tell the Bollinger Bands was going to tell me there was going to be an either upswing or a downswing. The Bollinger Bands taught me that. I knew it was coming, right? Of course, they narrowed together. The teacup, you seen the curve here? You knew it was going to go down, okay? Of course, it is. These curves right there, in my opinion, to me, they always send me a negative signal. Right? So what do? Now let me get out of this. I'm tired of it. All right. Now that's done and gone. Then you go over to hourly charts. You look at EMA. Let me see if I can get this put it up here. You look for an EMA convergence and a cross. Right now, you're going to see if the market moves the way, in my opinion, it's going to, you're going to see this 20 cross the 50. And we're going to go back up. One thing I've learned at all is what goes down must come up. If institutions are running into this market to buy these coins, you got backed, TD Ameritrade, and all these companies, they're not going to be running exit scams. That's another thing. If I worked on the banking side, the days of running exit scams on the blue chip cryptos, that doesn't exist. I heard somebody saying to me, the guy I blocked, that they're running an exit scam on Litecoin. I got news for you. If there was any exit scam, that was done in December of 2017 when Charlie Lee, who created, maintained the coin, dropped all his coin on the market. If you're going to claim any exit scam, it has to come from him. How are you claiming an exit scam from Charlie Lee after he's done it already? What do you do? Magically buy everything back and jump out of it again? I don't get you. I'm not following you on that. So before you start attacking me, I told you before, this is all speculation. It's called speculation for a reason. We're all taking a best guess, based on the graphs, right? And that's even coming from the best traders in there. And anybody who's trying to sell you something to get your money and to tell you, oh, we'll let you into this secret info club that never loses any money, well, they're full of shit, right? And any other trader could tell you so. All right, people, let me post this. I got to watch my price. We're already over 104, people. Come on, guys. Look at this in a rational way, please. Look at the graph. We're telling you, look, what's more than likely to happen. We're 95% sure. The direction looks like it's going the way we say it is. Just calm down. Give us a break.